What is today, Dan? Is today Wednesday?
May 1st.
Today is Wednesday, May 1st. We had a couple changes, So before I go outside, because it's still breezy outside, I thought I'd come in here and start the live here. Nobody watching anyway, so no big deal. So, but here's the thing. For those that watch it later, I don't want to just lollygag around. So we were in Hawthorne, Nevada yesterday when we did the live, right? And we were going to go to Beatty or Beatty, however you want to pronounce it, Nevada. It's going to be just shy of 200 miles, a nice easy run. We were going to stay at Beatty RV Park, where we have stayed at before. But then, as we're looking at the weather, when we left Casa Grande, Arizona, we thought, hey, we're going to have a whole run. We can lollygag along. We won't have any bad weather, and we will get in before any storms come through. Well, while we were in Hawthorne, we checked the Weather Channel thing going on, and it showed that if we went to Beatty and spent the night, and then came to Hawthorne, Nevada, and then went to Susanville, and then over the pass, they're expecting 1 foot to 2 foot of snow, freezing rain, all kinds of stuff going on. Well, I don't know about you, but we do not like to drive in the snow pulling the fifth wheel. So here we are in Hawthorne. We're saying, okay, what are we going to do? Well, we decided let's cut one day off our trip. So what we did is we drove 389 miles today. We bypassed Beatty, and we came to Hawthorne, Nevada, 389-mile travel day. Not our typical travel day. So then we're sitting here going, all right, we're going to go to Susanville tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then we'll just make it over the pass by the time the snow and freezing rain starts. So, we said, well, all right, what do you want to do? I asked Diane, do you want to chance it and go to Susanville, or do you want to have a 439 miles?
Yeah.
Or do we want to drive 439 miles tomorrow and head on to Central Point in Southern Oregon? And that would make us miss any bad weather. It's supposed to be 60, 70 degrees, sunny, or a whole doggone travel day. So I think we decided, instead of taking a chance of being in snow and freezing rain, that we are going to drive 439 miles tomorrow. Now, it's all two-lane highway till we get to McLeod. That's in California. Then we hit I-5, and we'll go up to Wairika, up over the Siskiyou Pass, and then down into Southern Oregon. So anyway, that's the change. So I'm going to go outside. It's still a little breezy, but I wanted to say that before I went outside in case the wind caused grief for me again. And I'm going to show you our RV site at Whiskey Flats RV Park in Hawthorne, Nevada. We've stayed here a few times before passing through. I think we paid $44 for the night here. Let's go outside, and I'm going to show you this site. All right. Let me walk around to the back here, and I'm going to start from back here. It's a nice site, actually. We've stayed here before. We stayed back here in this row once before. I'm going to walk across the street, and then I'm going to turn you around, and I'll start showing you. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to spin you around. Here we go. Hey, it's not very windy right now either. Hey, Jim, how are you? I'm trying to spin you around. Here we go. Have you stayed here before, Jim? Have you stayed at the Whiskey Flats? My doggone RV life. Look at that. Two buddies watching. So when we checked in, right out there is Highway 95. See that truck? Highway 95. Back in front of us, there we are right there. In front of us is the office. We went out and then came in the back road, and we pulled in that gate back there. Look how wide this is. And we came in here, and we pulled in here. So that's our site. They said they don't care if we park back here for Diane's car, not a big deal. Let's show you the patio. Yeah, it's a lot more miles than what we're used to. We did not, of course, you've driven it. It's nice road. Other than going through Las Vegas today, it wasn't bad. I hate going through Vegas. Traffic wasn't horrible, though. Construction wasn't that bad. So anyway, here's our site, nice and wide. This tree almost got in the way, but it's because I stayed hooked up. Got a nice little railing to separate your RV site. It's all gravel. Some of the sites, as you can see over there, a lot of the sites have concrete pads, but not in this row. Nice little picnic table. Stayed hooked up, as I mentioned. And then when we leave, we're just going to pull right out there. We'll go out past to the back side of the building and back out to 95, and away we go. So easy out. It's time for dinner. Yeah, we have Diane made meatloaf. I have a Zoom call at 5:30, so we're going to have meatloaf that Diane made. So here we go. This is our utility side. We're on the East Coast time. Oh, you're on East Coast time. Yeah, time for dinner for you. What time is it here? I don't even know. Oh, it's 3:30. I'm hungry though. Okay, here's our utility side. A lot of room. We sloped a little bit. We were a little bit high in the front, so I was able to drop the air out of the Kelderman air ride in the rear end, and drop some air out of the trailer saver hitch, and got us really pretty level. So there you go. Here's the water and power. We're not going to hook up the septic again tonight because, again, we're only here one night. We probably won't hook up the septic till we get to Oregon. And then look at there, mountain view. You see the snow up on top of the mountain? A little bit of snow up there. Now some of the mountains we looked at were a lot of snow. And then that's just a dead end down there. All right, that's our site. Now keep in mind, we're going to do these little burps on our sites. I'll do a video also on this site for a YouTube video. And then we get done getting up to Oregon, I'm going to do a YouTube video, and I'm going to do links to all these campgrounds because we did a full campground review on this the last time through. What state are you in right now? We're in Hawthorne, Nevada. Gear Jammer. Yeah, Gear Jammer. We're in Hawthorne, Nevada. So we left Calnev-Ari, Nevada this morning. We drove 389 miles through Las Vegas, and then a real nice, basically 2-lane highway drive all the way here to Hawthorne. And we did that long of a day because there's bad weather going into southern Oregon through the passes if we would have lollygag like we typically like to lollygag. We love under 200-mile days, but if we are going to face snow and freezing rain and stuff like that, then we don't mind driving the extra miles. Think you guys want to see the property progress, and that is a good motivator to travel swiftly. Yeah, that is part of it too. So yesterday the the plumber topped out, and the shower door went on, the sink went in, faucets, all that is done. Today we had the well guy go out there, and for a filter system, because there was no filter system out there for the well, which is fine. We have filters in the coach, but for guests and in the casita we wanted something. So he actually installed a UV water filter system. We've never done a UV system before, so I don't know, anybody done that before? Gear Jammer, I'm a trucker. I know where Hawthorne, Nevada is. I remember seeing a bunch of missile silos, yeah, sticking out of the ground. Yeah, this was a huge military area, and there are a bunch of silos here, a bunch of old military bases. In fact, I don't hear it right now, but back behind me, sometimes we've stayed here up in the hills, they explode old, I don't know, arsenal of some sort. They take the shells up in the mountains and they explode that stuff and get rid of it. So there's a lot of history in Hawthorne. There's not a lot in Hawthorne right now, I don't think. It's not really, you know, there's a museum here, there's some things to see, but I wouldn't hang out here for a month. Anyway, all right, so hey, I'm happy to see that 7 people came in and watched this video. And I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow. Now, unfortunately, we were going to stop in Susanville, and I was going to do another, 3:30 deal in Susanville, or 3 o'clock. I don't know if we're going to make it to Oregon in Central Point by 3 o'clock tomorrow. We might. I don't know. We typically start wheels rolling at 9 o'clock in the morning, because we knew we had a long travel day, we actually started rolling at 7 this morning. So I get up at 5 o'clock anyway. Got Diane up at 5:30, and we had wheels rolling at 6:45. So it wasn't too bad, but we had a couple of spots on 95 that we had to come to a complete stop for road construction. You know how that goes. Nothing horrible. All right, so I'm not going to drag this out. Again, I'm very thankful that 6 of you have stopped off and watched this video for the live. I'm going to go inside. We're getting ready to have our dinner, even though it's not as late as where you are, Jim. But, you know, I think all we had is a couple of protein. But, well, we just stopped. We stopped in Beatty, Nevada, however you want to call it. We pulled over to the side of the road, and I went and topped Diane's car off. And while I was doing that, she made me a ham sandwich, and she got her something to eat. And we sat there on the side of the road and had a ham sandwich for lunch. So I guess I did eat something, but I'm hungry nonetheless. So, wow, early. How many miles are average per day this trip? Well, so our first day, we went from Casa Grande to Quartzsite. That was like 150 miles or something, not very far, which is fine. And then, I think it was 180 miles maybe. And then we went to 146 miles to Cal Navari. And had we known that we were going to do this, we would have skipped Quartzsite and went straight to Cal Navari. That had been a long trip, a long day for us. And then we might have not done this long trip over the pass tomorrow, because going over the passes after a long drive is not fun. That's at the end of our drive. So yeah, what was it? 180, 146, 389, I think, today, and 400 and whatever I said earlier, 439 miles tomorrow. So Gear Jammers are going like, that's nothing. What are you talking about? But for us, we typically travel under 200 miles now, and when we first hit the road, we were 50 or 75 miles to 125 miles, hanging out a week kind of couple. So these are long days. We're puckering. We were on the radio talking to each other going, I'm ready to be there. All right, guys, I'm going to call this good, and then going to go inside and have some dinner. Thank you all for watching, and I may not make it at 3 o'clock tomorrow, but yeah, well, that's not very far for you. I know how many miles you drive, so you're sitting there and you're probably laughing at me that 389 miles. You guys go from one side of the country to the other, and it's like all we did was went to bed and woke up, and you're like from West Coast to East Coast. So that's nothing for you youngsters. Audio safe. Yep. Okay. We'll see y'all. I'm logging out. The breeze is picking up. Have a good evening. See you next time.